What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Holding the Road. Mr. Gray Fox, Big Bad Harold.
All right.
Today, we're going to be doing a response video, and it's our first time. So please forgive us if it's any, technical difficulties or anything like that. But we're going to be responding to the Dr. Umar Johnson interview that he had on the Breakfast Club. That was it was a good interview. You know what I'm saying? He hit on a lot of subjects up in there.
He did.
He talked about everything from the school, Obama, reparations, Kanye, Jerry Jones, Coach Prime. Yeah. He hit on
a lot of stuff. Oh yeah,
he hit on a lot of stuff up in there. But just we're gonna give a little response to it, our opinions. You know what I mean? Please like and subscribe to the channel if you ain't already. But the first part is going to be that school situation. Y'all check this out.
Sir. You've been doing renovations on the building.
Yes,
I saw you put the HVAC in, all kind of other stuff.
We're just about done. Electric is awaiting a permit. HVAC is awaiting controls. They're actually at the school right now. Plumbing is just about done. They got one more piece. Fire alarm is done. They got to check one more piece to that. The monitoring system is done. I'm hoping by the end of the calendar year we can get our inspection and have a grand opening in February, hopefully.
And you waiting on? You got to get accreditation too, or?
Nah. Well, your accreditation comes from the state.
Gotcha.
So it's the state that gives you the license to operate.
Mm-hmm.
If you want accreditation beyond that, you can seek out professional accreditation bureaus, but that's not legally required.
Man, why don't you talk about that more, Dr. Umar, especially being that they tried to clown you for so long about, not having the school?
I don't mind that because if you know that your mission is genuine, it's no need to respond to the negativity because at some day, the fruit of your works will manifest.
Ooh.
You follow?
Yeah,
so my thing is, why argue when you know one day they're going to see the school?
Now talk about the process, because it was a long process.
It was a very long process.
Trials and tribulations and hurdles. So
yes, sir.
Talk about that a little bit and what you had to get through, and also getting funding.
Yes, sir. We took our first donation in St. Louis 2014. We heard about the St. Paul's College, which was an HBCU closed in Virginia. Mm-hmm. They wanted $2 million, so we tried to raise it as quickly as we can. That was a bit ambitious. We didn't succeed. Mm-hmm. It was sold to an Asian company. Unfortunately, an HBCU sold to another race. I think is a great disappointment for us as a people. So then we just started looking for a day school. So I went to Chicago, Detroit, Florida, Ohio, all over the country. I was just flying, looking for a school. Mm-hmm. And then in 2017, I was on LoopNet, which was my main source of new property, and I saw this campus in Wilmington, Delaware, that I had heard about but never had a chance to see. So I'm on my way to Nat Turner celebration, August 21st, 2017, the Great North American Eclipse. I stopped, I saw the campus, I said, this looks pretty nice. When I got back from Nat Turner, I had to go to Cuba first to get my Ifa initiation. I practiced Yoruba spirituality. Came back from Cuba, and I got a chance to go into the school, and I saw it. I said, we want this school, but they wanted $2 million. We couldn't afford that. We only had $500,000. Mm-hmm. So I negotiated with them from August of 17 until February of 19, and they finally decided to sell us the building for the money that we had.
Wow.
So now we got the building. So what's been going on the past 3.5 years? Getting contractors who you can trust to help you with it. And contractors were not kind to us, man. They ripped us off. They scammed us. They stole out the building. The con is real. The con and contractor.
I've been dealing with it for the last 5 years.
It's very real, brother.
Absolutely.
And then finally, we had our second FDMG festival this past September the 10th. And I said, you know what? We may have to step outside the African-American community to get this done because we've been waiting 3 years for our people to help us. Not for free. Mm-hmm. We could afford to pay them, but they wasn't being honest with us and straight up. And, of course, we know that's not all of our contractors. We want to be clear. We've met a lot of decent contractors along the way. But the ones who we had to use because they was licensed and certified where we are, they didn't really do us right. So I said, let's go with some white folks. And guess what? Here we are 90 days later, and the white contractors have gotten us to the finish line in 3 months versus 3 years waiting on our own people.
So what does that say?
It says that we need the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy.
Right.
It says that black boys have to be raised and trained in how to be black men and how to be committed to the black community, because I think as a community, we've lost our integrity, our honor, our loyalty, and our commitment. If I was who I am for black people, for the Mexican-American community, that school would have been done 3 years ago. If I was who I am to the Asian community, the Anglo-Saxon community, the Native American community, that school gets done the first year we purchased it. Mm-hmm. We're not sitting here 3.5 years after purchase, just now getting to the finish line and needing white people to get us there.
And what is the curriculum going to look like?
In addition to your required math, science, language, and social studies, we're going to have financial and economic science, critical, how to do your own taxes, real estate, international investments, business planning. Because as we've talked about before, going to college is not automatically a recipe for success, but it is automatically a recipe for debt. So for those young men who want to go to college, we want to give them that ability to do that, but we also want to give them other means of making an economic impact and survival plan for their lives. So we got financial and economic. We have dietary and nutritional, how to eat to live, a lot of your Dr. Sebi type of information. Dr. Laila Africa, rest in peace to both of them. That will be in there. Agricultural and agronomical. We're going to teach them how to grow. They have to grow their own food in order to graduate. We have to become agriculturally self-sufficient. In addition to that, spiritual and astrological science. I want our young men to understand how African people related to God before Abraham, before Jesus, before Muhammad. Those religions, in all due respect to all of them, they're only Christianity is 2,000 years old. Islam is 1,500 years old. Judaism is about 4,000 or 5,000 years old. But traditional African culture and spirituality is more than 250,000 years old. We dealt with God far longer from a non-Abrahamic tradition than we have from an Abrahamic tradition. Nothing's wrong with those. But I want our children to understand how we deal with the ancestors, how we deal with the earth and the land. And so we're going to have that. There will also be science of the black family. So that includes science of the black man, the black woman, the black child, how to be a gentleman, how to take care of your woman, how to raise your children, how to be a leader in the community. And of course, there will be military and political science, if I didn't mention that. We do want to teach them survival skills, traditional African martial arts, both with and without weapons, understanding the world that we live in. Why is Africa the richest continent, but in the poorest condition? Why was Barack Obama made president and it had nothing to do with America reinventing herself? Okay, why has multiculturalism been used as a weapon against African people? So we want to make sure that we are graduating well-rounded young men who can go anywhere in the world and build independent communities. We are a nation-building academy. We are not college prep. We are not military prep. We are not trade school prep. They will be ready for any of those. But above all that, we are nation-building prep.
Coming back, talking about them schools, talking about his school that he building. I actually, looked it up. I think it's in Wilmington, Delaware.
Yeah.
It's a pretty nice school, for everything he's saying, especially when he's talking about, dealing with contractors and things like that. I get that. Let me back up a little bit. I really don't have a problem with Dr. Umar Johnson. I like Dr. Umar Johnson. To me, Dr. Umar Johnson is a great speaker.
Yes.
That's really about, looking at his record. That's about as far as it goes.
Yeah.
He's a great speaker. Now, doer, we can't really give him that credit yet because, like I say, this school. And like I was just saying, I understand dealing with contractors. I mean, I had a bout with a contractor at my house myself. Just this year. And there are some con men out there.
Some crooks.
Trying to find a good contractor, man, is rough.
He was trying to deal with a black contractor. That's what he was trying to do.
Man, you know what I mean? It's rough. Dealing with contractors is rough. So, but I get that. But I mean, brother, you've been working on this school for coming close to 10 years now. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So, you catching a lot of criticism when people mention your name. One of the main pushbacks they have, which is about this school.
Yeah.
The curriculum sounds good.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds good. It's a lot of things that he want to do up in there. It's like, man, that's pretty far out there. But hey, look, it sounds good from what you're saying. Another thing with the funding is the staff. Who's going to teach all these kids all of this stuff? I mean,
Yeah, he's gonna have to look for a good staff. He is.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, he is.
The staff, like I say, the funding, you're gonna have to pay these people.
Yeah.
So on that whole school thing, I just think that, man, I think you just bit off a little bit more that you can chew. I think, you know what I'm saying?
He admitted that though. You remember he admitted when he tried to buy the other university. He
should have just started very small. And, if people would have bought into what he was doing, then you could have expanded what you was doing from there. But brother, you to me, in my opinion, like I say, I'm nobody, but it seems like you jumped too far into the water down there. You understand what I'm saying? And you went a little bit too deep. And what you need to do is back up and punt. You got anything on it?
Yeah. To me, what Umar, like you say, he's a great speaker. What Umar is trying to accomplish is great for the Black community. He always say pro-Black or however y'all want to say it. He is out for the betterment of Black people in general, mind, body, soul, everything. I think, and he admitted, trying to do his school was bigger than what he thought. Funding, even in funding, people say how much money he was getting, talking about he was embezzling, blowing the money, doing whatever. But as he was trying to tell, and he made the story shorter than I'm sure what it is, the process of doing a school is huge. It's humongous. It's more than just one man. He needed a support team.
Oh yeah.
But us as being, we gonna try to do it all ourselves. We're gonna try to put the whole thing on our back. And it was a process he couldn't do by himself. Now, I'm gonna say this in general because I think that goes along with a lot of stuff that happens in the Black community. I'm gonna take it to Coach Prime. That ideal of what we wanted him to do for the HBCUs was bigger than just one man. It takes a lot for all of us to come together. And I think we failed Dion on his vision of what he was doing and the vision of what we thought he should do as far as support. I think we failed Umar as well as far as support. Now, he told the small part about the contractors, but it ain't no telling what else it was, they're dealing with. When you're dealing with business, when you're dealing with big business, because a school is big business. And a lot of us, we can admit it, Black people is probably this many people that really know business is Black. That's something we really need. His curriculum, he's saying, it'd be great for building young men, because I think that's all he was focusing on is young Black men. So if he's able to get great teachers, I think that'd be amazing, but he needs to formulate a great team, a great head to be with him, not him by himself. It take a village to do what he's trying to do.
I agree with that, Harold, but we talk about organization, how unorganized that we are, but I hope I'm not, I didn't hear him wrong, but I think he said the first donation that he got was in 2014.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
You talking about coming up on 10 years.
Oh yeah.
And you still ain't produced nothing. Yeah. Now, as smart as this brother is, as intelligent as this brother is, now what you just said, I mean, you should know that you need a team, brother.
Yes. Oh yeah.
But that also plays into that king and queen thing that we got going on, because we always want to say, I done this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm the man. I'm the woman. You know what I'm saying? I put this together. Instead of, you know what I mean? You should have had you a team by now.
Collective. Oh yeah, you should have.
You know what I mean? You should have had you a team of people trying to secure the funding.
Yes.
The best way they can.
Yeah.
I mean, because people losing faith in you, brother.
Big
like
time.
I say, hey, look at, to me, you are a great talker. You're a great speaker.
Great motivator.
You're not a great doer, bro. I mean, that's just what it is.
Yeah.
That's the fight that you chose to fight. Hey, keep fighting it. You know what I mean? Yeah. But you got to understand, man, you can't make this thing happen on your own.
Get organized.
That's just with that school, man. And and the longer this thing play out, the more ammunition.
Criticism.
You understand what I'm saying? You're gonna get them haters out there. You understand what to take shots at you.